What's going on, everybody? It's yours truly, DJ 007, Mr. I Love My Job. I have an opportunity to sit down with the R&B artist, Tommy. What's going on, man?
Nothing much, brother. How you feeling?
It's another day, man. Listen to me. I want to delve right into everything that you're doing. I know that you have a lot going on. I know that you've put out, a bunch of projects, but what is the project that you're most excited about?
Ooh, pretty much this project, the upcoming project that we have going on. I'm excited about it all. I'm excited about music, period. So in terms of my projects, both.
Tell me, what makes this project different than the other projects you've had?
I say it's more so of me. It's really more so of me. A lot of projects I've done throughout the years, I've had to pretty much put myself in that artist or shoes. How would they see it or how would they do it? But this is relatively all about me. That's why the name of the album is called All For You. So it's coming from me.
That's a big deal. Let me ask you this. A lot of times when I sit down and I talk to artists, they have a different flow of how they create their music. Some people like to write and then find a track, or find a track and write. How does Tommy do it? How do you get into your zone?
I'm versatile. I could do it, with a track or without a track. But a lot of my records and songs actually come from basic life experience. It's just things that I've personally gone through.
So when we listen to Tommy and we hear that song about somebody throwing something through your car window, that means that really happened.
That's real talk.
so you had some of those situations.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Man, that's really. It's just interesting, when you have an opportunity to listen to an artist and listen to their music and realize that it can touch so many people. Let me ask you this: do you prefer to perform or to be in the studio? What is, when you're in your flow, like what is the biggest? Performer. Why?
The interaction with the audience, the people, seeing their faces on how they receive what you create and what you do. It tells a lot when you're singing a love song and you can look into a woman's eyes and you can see the emotion and things like that. It's a good feeling.
A ballad or fast song? Which one does Tommy want to sing as his first song opening Madison Square Garden?
Ballad all day.
You coming out strong with the slow joint. Tell me, why does Tommy come out with the slow one?
Because Tommy's about love. Tommy's about love. Tommy's about,
So you're not playing no games. You're not switching lanes.
No, ain't switching lanes. Nothing. Straight up ballad, straight out the gate.
Wow. So let me ask you this: when you're singing a ballad, are you thinking about somebody when you're singing that song? I'm a dig right in.
Oh yeah. It's my wife, but
listen to me. That's a good answer.
My wife.
That's a good answer.
My wife, but for performances and things like that, I'm there to get the ladies what they want.
Okay.
What they paid for, and a lot of days, nowadays sometimes you get shortchanged.
so Tommy gonna make sure it works out.
I'm gonna make sure I
So let me ask you this. I know that the music game is always changing, the industry is changing, major, independents, 360 deal. Let me ask you this. If you were to pick two things for Tommy merchandise, two things that would have your name or your brand on it everywhere you go, what two things would you pick?
Watch and a suit jacket.
Yo, why a suit jacket? That's cool though.
Because I'm about class. I'm about class. It's this trashy thing that happen every now and then. I ain't gonna name no names, but I'm about classy. About keeping it classy.
Okay.
I'm some of an old school flavor, but
I can hear that in your music that it's today, but it has a throwback feel to it. So it gives you that good, I call it that good feeling music makes you feel good. I want to ask you this: you're on the road, right? And you can put two things in your book bag that you keep with you. What two things are you putting in the book bag?
Notepad and a dictaphone.
A what?
A dictaphone.
Okay, now I'm not gonna front like I know what that is.
A dictaphone is something, sometimes I'm not always where I can actually just pull out the pad. So I keep one little dictaphone in my pocket, and if I got a couple lines, I'll say it up in it, record it, throw it back in my pocket.
So you always thinking?
Always. I've actually wrote a lot of records while I was driving.
I was gonna say, what's the weirdest place that you've thought of a hook or a chorus? Like, where do you normally get your inspiration
On the
from?
road.
Well, see, you travel a lot, so I can see how that, I can see how that comes together. When you're traveling, do you miss home, or are you always thinking about where you're going?
I'm home everywhere. I try to make everywhere my home. You know, I'm just not about, you know, being just from one spot. You know, I love embracing different cultures, different styles and everything. So I try to make everywhere my home.
Now listen to me, before we get out of here, I want to ask you, I know that you're on the road a lot. Where's one of the funnest places that you have to perform? Like when you get to this city or you get to this venue, you just know that you're going to have a ball.
I would definitely say Manhattan. Yeah.
This the Big Apple, New
It's the
York
Big
City.
Apple. That's the home. That's the original hometown. You know?
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, you know, being from New York, I know that that's home. So you get a lot of home support, and everybody comes out to see you.
Definitely.
Listen to me, man. It's a pleasure to sit down with Tommy. Yours truly, 007. You know what I tell you? It's the hype. What? I love my job.
You're watching The Hype, TV for, by, and about young women on Comcast Channel 66, Philly Cam.